There we go. That might not work. Let's see if this. All right, we're gonna get this going. My $70 microphone isn't working. Okay, let's do this. It is 6/17, February 14th, 2025. We've got this. And I'll put my phone here so you can see the scale. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Okay. $275.8. Okay, so yeah, so that's it. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Hopefully this will be it, 2025, Valentine's Day. Maybe like self-love. This will be it. I actually am able to get to a healthy weight for good, forever. All right, well, that's everything. Okay, bye-bye. We're going to do it this time. Bye-bye. Okay, so 275.8 pounds. Again, I've made so many day one videos. I mean, I've succeeded with some, but for the past year and a half, it seems like I don't get much past the first month. And then I'm back to the beginning again, starting over. And if I'm being honest, I'm scared to start again because I don't want to fail anymore. I'm ready to succeed and be a healthier weight and feel good. But today I'm showing up anyway because I refuse to give up on me. I gained this weight back so fast. It wasn't just eating more. I figured out it was something deeper. 2023 was a really hard year for me. We had just come out of the pandemic and I had been dealing with a really bad PTSD, anxiety, trauma-related OCD. Like I isolated, I put on all this weight to feel safe. And I don't know, during the pandemic, suddenly I kind of felt safe. Nobody was coming over and I started making all these friends online and taking virtual ballet classes at a New York City. And it was just really cool. And I loved it. And then I think that I just wasn't quite ready to get back out in the world. And so like within just a few months of getting out for family gatherings, things like that. And I loved it. Don't get me wrong. I would not trade it. It was just a part of me. Some part of me wasn't ready. And I just started going in the back so fast. And then my precious grandma, she and my mom are like my anchors. I mean, we have had troubles too. Don't get me wrong. Some hard things, but I love them with all of my heart and soul. And they love me more than anybody on this planet. And my grandma went to heaven in 2023 and it just leveled me. It really did. She was a very important part of my life. And boy, now I'm holding on to my mom with both hands. I'm so grateful to God for my mom. It was hard. And so I gained 35 pounds like within the next month, and I'd already gained like 35 or so from the holidays and everything. And so like by mid 2023, I had gained all of my weight back. I was down to 198 at the end of 2022, and I was 276 at the end of May when I went to the doctor's office to address what was going on with my body and my mind, because I realized that while I had worked hard and lost all the weight, I never, ever worked on what made me gain the weight to begin with. And it was time to do that. And so for the past year and a half, I have devoted a lot of time to healing. The PTSD is so much better. The OCD is practically gone. I still isolate a lot. I'm still working on that part, but it's just so much better. It is a lot better. And I'm so glad I've worked hard on that. I've worked with my therapist and done a lot of things. And then in the past 6 months, I've spent a lot of time going to doctors. I also had a lot of weird medical issues. Like I reacted to a lot of foods. My energy was so low, and it was not depression. I was sad, sure, about hard things, but like I would lay there and daydream about positive things. I just could not move. I was so tired. And so I went to quite a few doctors in the past 6 months, and I found out I have PCOS and hyperPOTS. Both of those could contribute to weight gain, anxiety, and to having a hard time losing weight. So I've addressed that. So I've addressed the mental issues and the psychological issues. I've spent some time really learning about emotional eating and how to fix it, learning about hunger hormones and how high insulin and leptin or insulin and leptin resistance can have a huge impact on your hunger, the intense cravings you'll have when it's kind of out of whack, or when you're turning to food for dopamine hits, that can cause really intense hunger too. Like, there's a lot of different things out there. It's not, I mean, if you just want to break it down to like just black and white, yes, eating less, you will lose weight. Working out, that will help lose weight. But people who have never been in my shoes, have never been in your shoes, if you are going through anything like me, they don't get it. I didn't get it. When I had always been athletic and thin, and I didn't grasp what people in my shoes were going through. I had no idea. And what's more is when you do have this insulin resistance and leptin resistance, also your body doesn't want to release the fat. I'll go into that more later. You may already know, but one thing I've realized is that a lot of people out there who are like me and have weight issues, we know so much about the body because we've just tried so many things. We've learned about so many different diets, how the body works, why we can't lose weight. And, so you may or you may not know. I mean, there was a point in time back a few years ago where I would have been like, what are you talking about? So, it depends on where we are in this journey. But yeah, so I've learned a lot. I've spent a lot of time on this. So this time really does. It feels different. I think that, maybe I'll do it this time. But if I don't, I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to quit trying. I'm going to come in here humiliated and embarrassed. Yes, I failed again, but I am here trying again. And I'm not going to quit until I succeed. And I'm not going to give up on you either. If you have goals, you have things that are important to you that you're working on with your health, with your weight, with self-esteem, whatever it is, I'm going to root for you and do all I can to help you succeed with your goals as well. So yeah, I've spent the past year learning all these, and, I've worked with different doctors, a great endocrinologist, an ENT, my primary care physician, and I've faced emotional eating head on. And I've realized it's not about willpower. I know it's like the prevailing idea that's kind of pushed on us. And I can't even say if you don't grasp it, we don't really know what we're talking about when we're on that side of it. And we're like, oh, just try a little harder. And it's like, I'm probably trying a lot harder than you are. I'm just having a more difficult time with this because there's some people who don't quite grasp it, or like I didn't grasp it back then, is they're not dealing with those intense hunger pains, and their body isn't fighting against them to let go of the weight, or one slip up and all the weight comes back. And yeah. And that it just actually takes time to heal. So yeah, I have been thinking a lot about my community. I have a very small channel and community, but I treasure each and every one of you to the bottom of my heart. I feel very, very lucky and blessed to have the people that I see showing up to my channel. Your stories touch me. I relate to them. I feel like if we knew each other, we'd be friends. And I feel like you guys are some of the best people I've ever met. I feel so fortunate and grateful. The people I do have here are such good people. They're working so hard and doing the best they can and have such big hearts. And I don't know, I'm just really grateful for you. And it's just made me think a lot about what I would really like to do. I want this to be a community where we not only inspire each other, but we also share knowledge, and we're there to support each other during hard times. If you also feel like you've ever felt like your body is fighting against you, if you've ever been told just eat less, just don't give up, have a little willpower, but you knew something deeper was going on. If you ever felt like you have started over again and again, I want you to know that you're not alone. This isn't about us being perfect. It's about figuring this out together. So here I am, day one again. It is. It's hard. It's very humbling to be here. I mean, day weigh-ins are also very exciting. Like, I don't know. I feel inspired. I'm like, yes, I'm starting over, a brand new beginning. But at the same time, I have to kind of like work up the nerve to get in here. Go, yes, I'm starting over again. Yes, I gained all my weight back again. And that's just what happened. But yeah, so I'm here day one again. And I am inviting you to join me to work on what it is that you feel like you need to change in your life to help you feel better as well. I certainly don't have all the answers, but I do have this. I will never stop trying. And if you're on a journey too, I hope that you know that you are worth fighting for too. We don't fail each time we start over. We fail when we stop showing up for ourselves. And as long as we keep trying, I think we will get there. So let's show up together because we've got this.